So this is release from the east, and the Germans set up first, and the Russians are second. And actually, they number the 4, 6, 8. The 8 underlined is not supposed to be underlined because the scenario card does not have them underlined. So that's a little confusing all the time. So the Russians' plan is to kill these 2 leaders right here. And whatever it costs to kill them, I decided that was a fair deal. So I'm just going to charge on. Draw fire from people. And I want to surround them all. I want to surround the 2 leaders. So I'm just getting shot at a bunch to keep moving. So we'll have a green forest here of residuals in a while. And then I start running through the residuals at some point, because they're everywhere. Now I've got them both surrounded now, which I should have understood better, because I moved the 9-1 leader in with the Germans and it gets killed. I should have never moved the 9-1 leader in to a close combat, because there was no reason to. I didn't have to. Huge mistake. Do okay moving up. Take lots of shots, some DMs, but I expected to lose units dead doing this. And no one got eliminated. So here's where I move my 9-1 leader in with his 9-2, which was my big mistake, and that means he rolled super well on his morale checks, but he rolled super well on the IFT and during close combat. And we're talking about the rules. Got an ambush on the one that turned into a melee. No ambush on the second combat, but I rolled a 5 and eliminated his squad. And then we talk about wording, and he rolls a 3 and kills my leader. So that was really interesting. So I lost the leader for no reason. I should have never moved him in that hex. Then he's moving around, shoot back and forth. So basically I took the first victory building on the first turn, and then it was hard to do stuff after that. I got a light machine gun from the German, I got a heavy machine gun from the German, and I decided to go for this building next, because that's just too much of a wall over here. I don't want to fight through that. Second turn, he pins my leader because I didn't. Well, I had to move the leader, so. Then I'm moving up. I'm thinking of going around to the left, which I should have tried harder to move somebody around to the left. 1 or 2 units to the left, or I should have brought on 1 or 2 units on the left, or I could have kept 1 or 2 units off and added them later, and that's probably what I should have done. I probably should have kept off a couple squads and a machine gun or something, and then threw them on turn 3 to run around on the left, but I didn't. Now I figure I have him cut off from moving back and forth, because I don't think he's going to run through here, so I'm feeling pretty confident, which is always a mistake. Just shoot at each other a little bit, figuring out what lines of sight are good. And he's got lots of units in that victory location, and he moves out of it, which I thought was a bad idea. As it turns out, it was. But he was trying to get better shots on me, I guess. So I should have tried moving farther left, not straight up. But I was worried about getting shot at, here, because he can hit this hex, I believe. I haven't done the line of sight, but I'm pretty sure from here it looks, yeah. So I just didn't move through there, and I should have done it earlier, because we're at turn 3 now. And we're both beginners, so we talk about stuff and help each other out all the time, and it doesn't really matter who wins. Although this is going to be a tournament points system, so Eric will gain and I'll lose, which is fine. And he's just taking a few shots at me. But those 648s can shoot all the way down the road to the left, which is the main problem I'm going to have. So all I'm worried about is getting in that building on the left. And it's Allied turn 4. But since you can't put anything on longer than 15 minutes, or I can't, I'll end it here and do or the second half. And I forget where this thing is.